Good morning and good afternoon. Dear Father, thank you for today. Thank you so much for your grace and your goodness and your kindness and your mercy. And thank you for my friends and my family. We thank you for all of your provisions. And I pray that you would grant us wisdom and discernment and good discipline as we execute trades in the market today. In the name of Jesus, Yeshua, amen. All right, let's see what's in the news. So we don't have any red folders until 9:45, just flash manufacturing. And then we've got Richmond Manufacturing Index at 10. So maybe a little bit of a slower start of the morning. So we'll just break it down on the euro dollar. Yesterday we had another huge daily range. You can see in here, but we've kind of got this chop really on the daily chart, this angled consolidation. It's grinding back up, pushing its way back up into this consolidation, and it's just still doing it. Um, well, it's created some difficult trading for me. Let's go down to the 1 hour. This was yesterday's range in here, and this was 155 pip day. It was a pretty big day with big swings in it. We're just slowly pushing higher, but it's not it's definitely not a directional type trend at the moment on the daily chart or the hourly. I mean, the last push has been to the upward side of things, but we also have this line that's becoming quite defined, and that could easily get broken today. So it's the 15757. Here's the 15-minute chart. And we just had a wick on the bottom on that last 15-minute candle. Good morning, Vin. Good to have you. Yesterday, I just took loss after loss. It was not a good day. So I'm coming in here starting with just a big drawdown. Here, let me pull up the trade history. I'll show you what happened. I actually traded yesterday morning and it was excellent trading. And after I ended the live session, all I did was lose. It was a weird day. It was a really weird day after closing up the live. So this is a 15-minute chart. Obviously, there's a lot of trading going on. I ended up taking a loss on this move here. Then I ended up taking another loss in here. So I took a loss on all the longs that I was in on this huge run back down. Then I was a little bit more aggressive on the short side. I took a loss on the short side. Then I ended up taking another short in here, took another loss up on this huge run back up. Then through the whole afternoon and through maintenance and through the Tokyo session, took another loss on the way. I went long on this run, so I started fading and going long. And it was just brutal. And then I stayed up late last night and took another loss last night. I made a big chunk of it back during the London session. A big chunk of it back, and then I gave it back right before bed, like 3 hours ago. So I've just had nothing but trouble and a big drawdown in the account. So that's where I'm at today. It's not fun. I can hardly believe how much losing has gone on. But it is what it is. And the only way back is the slow way. So just have to slowly crawl back again. Forgot to close when in the green. Oh, that was kind of me too last night. Right. I made a nice chunk back and I should have just went right to bed. It wasn't as much as I felt like I needed to get back. And so I traded a bit more and then lost it again. So was that today for you or was that yesterday? Did you have a problem with those swings yesterday on the euro dollar? I mean, I obviously had a problem. All right, well, we'll just take this bottoming pattern and we're going to start long. So there's one trade that's in, it's a good spot. The target's in a good spot there. You just have to be cognizant if this line breaks to the downside, there's probably going to be a sharp breakdown. So we'll just take it lightly above this line just in case it comes all the way back down and breaks it. And just start crawling back. I need to keep out after making green, then end up giving more, but yeah. Yeah, I don't often, like what happened yesterday for me, it does not happen that often these days. But it was just a funky market. Huge runs. Those the runs that took me out were over 60 pips. Like that first one that started it all. I'm gonna take the trade history off. Yeah, so this one over here yesterday, this pullback was huge. That one was 64 pips. Then it ran back up 63 pips. So really difficult for me because I just wasn't predicting those swings. So it was just massive losing streak through there. And then from there, it ran all the way back down in such a weird way. Like, see how this move happened here? Like there was just no volatility all the way through this. That is through maintenance and the Tokyo session. So, I mean, it's not too uncommon for that period to be such um, low volatility, but that's what happened. So just essentially went down 60, up 64, down 63. And yeah, that was rough for me. But the best way back is the slow, and really the only way back. So just follow our rules, and we'll get that money back. That does not usually happen. And the spreads were a lot too. Oh, yesterday? Or just today? I didn't notice the spreads being too off on my platform. We're starting out at 654. 654.79. Brutal. Well, this is, oh, also, Vin, this is my brand new funded account too. This is a live 10K account. The one that we earned together last week. And yesterday, when I started yesterday's session, I was up 10,187 is how we started off the session yesterday. And then I was up over 10,300 at one point after we finished up. Oh, yeah, no worries. No problem at all. Gotta do what you gotta do. Well, it's hard to say well done at the moment. Yesterday was a solid trading session, but everything after our live was no good. It's just so annoying because I was trying to finish up to go off and do some stuff, and then it was like a just losing streak. Oh, you were saying well to the 10K account, yeah. Yep, we did it. We did it last week. Put a good dent in it yesterday, though. And you know the way back, right? From when you put a dent in your account, you just have to do everything even slower, more careful, more slowly. There's just no fast way back. You have to respond opposite to what your body wants to do. Like as a man, you just want to muscle your way back. You got to do the opposite. Let's put some lines in here so we know where we're trading. Probably get one in there. pushes down one more time. Get into another long. 1, 2, and then we'll go in one more layer. Oh no, let's go. We'll go in 2 more layers before that break. We just gotta do those layers light. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then the breakout. So we'll just have to trade those really light in case it does break out to the downside. Okay, I put in 1 there. Oh, that was not a good fill. Popped up right as I bought it, right before I bought it. Oh man, the slow way is the fast way. Just gotta tell myself that. I know. We know better, right? It's just hard to do the right thing sometimes. Did you have a good weekend, Vin? Good. Nice. Larry was telling me he was at his conference thing this past weekend. It was like a big church event. Ah, man. Well, no goals here, but it would be nice to get this at least back over the 700 mark. But no expectations. Just get what we get. Yeah, he said he had a really good time yesterday. Also, just to note, I'm using 50 pip stop losses to accommodate these big swings again. And I mean, that should do it for today, but yesterday I probably could have used 60 pip stop losses. But I'm just going to assume that we probably won't get in that exact same situation again yesterday. I'm going to assume that we won't have that happen again today. Be stuck in just the wrong spot of a 60 pip run. Because if we're waiting to take the pullbacks, we ideally are not going to be exactly at the exact top or the exact bottom. So if we looked at this pivot here, we could say that if this ran 60 pips down from that pivot, we would just be inside of that before hitting stop losses, because we've entered a little bit below that pivot. So that should be good. Sure hope we don't be on the wrong side of a 60 pip run today. But if that happens, we should just be able to accommodate it. And I think right in here would probably be the last point of support anyway. We wouldn't really want to be on the long side past this over here. That would probably be the last ditch effort, I think, for the longs. And you know what we should also do? Let's put the fib on. There'll be the 50% retracement mark that we should mark in here. Yeah, something like this. So we'd be bouncing off the 38, and then we've got the 50 level in here. That would be, and then the 62 comes in right around down there. So that would be, oh, actually, let's see if we lift this up just a bit more. Then the, yeah, that 62 level matches up with that last point. So, but we bring this down a little bit, and then just these other points match a little bit better. So that's a pretty good spot to have the stop loss right down there. And then we'll just put this, we'll put this line right on the 50% level. 1.156 on the dot. And that should be good. I'll just move that out of the way. Just over there. We'll zoom back in. Now we've got some good lines marked on there. So let's see if we can slowly put some money back in the accounts. I just hate that though. Slow. Slowly put the money back. Do you really want to move slow? I'd like to slowly go to work. No. I want to get all this stuff done. I want to get it done now. Not do it slowly. I'm sorry I'm mumbling here again for you. I gotta stop mumbling. I'm just tired. It was a long day yesterday. Late night. Come on, market. I still find that one of the best things that I I feel like can happen to me after the losses is just to land a small trade, because it just starts to take the edge off of everything. If I just land a small trade and then I just land another small trade, I just feel that revenge and that desire to get it back just starts to ease off. So it'd be nice to just get a few little trades in here and to start feeling like we're going in the right direction. Wow, I was so angry last night. So angry and so tired. like it's so hard to handle when you spend hours and hours trying to put your money back in and then you just give it all back. Oh, it is the worst. I know you've been there. Sucks. Then do you feel like you're getting feeling like more solid on your system, your trading system? If there's any way that I could help you, what could I help you with? Because I want to make sure that I give you value too. I want to make sure that I can help you in some way and help Larry in some way. So I just want to check in and see if there's anything we could focus on that you might want to focus on. All right, there's 2 trades in. I guess this is actually a good place to be because we all end up in a situation where you've taken a bunch of losses. So maybe this is a good place to focus too. I know the old me would, I mean, even the current me needs to go through the process and the iterations of going through the drawdown and the process of coming out of the drawdown. What is the process? It's the slow and steady rule following that gets you out of the drawdown. And it's the fastest way out of the drawdown. You know, on a day like today, I think we can play both sides too. So let's just go look and see if we can. Yeah, there's enough. We're going to just short this right here. And then we're going to draw some lines into the short side. There. See, we can do this because we've got all these overhead resistance points here. So we can just take both sides, at least for now. So that's kind of a good thing. When you can play both sides, that's gives you lots of opportunities. Maybe here, and then here, right on the 161. And then we've still got a couple points up there. One, two, three, four. That's a good amount. Then we've got some more points back over here if and when we get there. All right. Yeah, I don't know which way we're going. I mean, yesterday's push was kind of to the upside, but the bear uh, the bear retaliation was strong. So I'm not too biased on which direction to go really. So let's just play both sides. As long as we manage our trade setups well, it won't matter which side we trade. So we will just do that. Darn. We just missed that target on that bump down. All right, if we get back down to that wick low, that's a good enough spot to put in a long as well. So I will do that. If it drops down onto that wick, I'll just also put the long on. Actually, that's probably a good spot to get out of the trade. Let's just see how it gets there. I might just take the profit on this little trade. Okay, gonna get into the long. Oh, perfect. It's almost just gonna take it. Almost there. Nice, perfect. That was good. And now we're already into the long position. And we'll just keep taking more off these lines. All right, so we put 3 trades into the account so far. All right, let's get into another long here. And that target just comes in below that wick, so it's a good spot also. Right in there. I want to see this market break that low. Then we'll get into another one. It's about to do that as well. A little bit more, just a touch more push lower, and we'll buy it. Touch more, touch more. There we go. We'll buy it there. And that target is right under that red line. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, and those are all 3 trades just at 1 trade each. So then we'll get into 2 trades. Wait, we're into two there. Go back out. It's not the last one. So we'll do 2 trades down there, and then we'll do 2 trades also at the very bottom if we get down there. And we've got a little bottoming candle at the moment. And we're just trying to break that, turning that into a 3-bar reversal. There we go. We hit that target. Okay, we'll get ready to do it again. Right here, I'm going to buy. And that target comes right in on the top of that wick again. And we hit the target again. Wow, that was super quick. Nice. Let's do some more of that. That was like 10 or 15 seconds. We got 2 trades in that 1 minute candle. That's my favorite. If you can land a couple trades within a 1 minute candle, that is just one of my favorite things. All right, we're at 660. That's good. And then if we can get up to, actually, you know what, we can probably short it right here. Short it there, and then we'll short it on the next line up. And I'm just getting my finger on the buy button again, just in case it takes out that short trade target. Finger on the trigger for the buy. We almost hit it there. We hit the short target, so I'm going to buy it as well. And now that target comes right in under those body highs, so that's a perfect spot. So I'm gonna assume that we don't need to like really fix or worry about anything until we break that bottom low, that last line down there. At that point, we're going to let the market just run for a bit and see if it can really break. It's also a good spot for a whipsaw too, so we'll just be light as we go down on those bottom layers and then just let it do what it wants to do. And then we'll reposition and we'll just buy more when we get down to some other levels and wobble our way out of the loss. And we've got about an hour to the next news event. So at the moment, I'd be fine if this just chopped back and forth. So this week at our church, my wife and I are on the worship team, on the music team. So we're gonna be practicing this week on Wednesday, and then we'll be leading on Sunday morning, which would be kind of cool. But there's this song that's new to us, and I was just thinking I'd put it in the chat and see if you've seen it before or heard it before. Let me go see if I can find it. It's called Lead on Good Shepherd.
The way you see an idea in your mind.
Oh, could you hear the song there? I was just going to put it in here and then you can have it. Put it there in the chat. Could you hear that, the song playing when I pressed play? Okay, well, I'll give you the video and you can just listen to it when you want, but I just thought I'd share it with you. My wife and I are been into it. It's a pretty cool song. We're playing that on Sunday. You got it. Hey, I'm just curious. I just want to see what happens for you if I play this.
Well, I've been turned round, but I've never been lost. Seen the water get troubled, but we walked across. When my knees were shaking, you held my hand, turning my problems to a promised land. Lead on, good shepherd, I'll follow all my days. There ain't nothing sweeter than to watch you make a way. You've walked me through the valley, but you never steer me wrong. So lead on, good shepherd, lead on. Seen some mighty deep canyons that you brought me through. Seen some mighty big mountains that you stop and move.
Okay, we're just taking some profits. Have you heard that song before? Yeah, we'd never heard of it until just like a couple weeks ago, but it's kind of a cool song. We just missed that target. Just bumped into it and didn't quite take it. Oh, could you hear that properly through my computer streaming to you? I'm just wondering, did it sound like it should? I'm just curious as to whether you get the full sound if I play a video and then I'm streaming it to you. I'm just curious to see if it gets through to you at the right, the right volume. Oh, I should have shorted that last move up. That's okay. Sometimes it's good not to take every move in the market. I'm notorious for doing. All right, you see the candle flickering and taking profits. Yeah, see that move? All that candle flickering. And we got that big candle coming out of that. All right, I'll short that on that line. Kind of glad I missed the one that was down there. Okay, getting ready to short again. Look at all the volatility now. See it? Look how fast it's moving. And then I'll also take the long side right in here. So now just playing both sides. Oh, come on. Oh, jeepers. Oh man, I even took that in the wrong spot. I saw it bumping into the profit. Oh, and I should have left it. Wow, that was silly. That was so silly. Got 60 cents on that short instead of the full $1.50. It's my rule that if I enter the trade and it immediately goes down to the or up to the target, that I can and should just close it if it's close. That's just one of my own little rules that I keep in the back of my mind. Because I've found so many times that if I enter the trade right away and it goes immediately to the target, I've found that it often just goes shy of the target. So it's just like one little rule of mine that I usually play by. Okay, so let's buy that. And then we'll just buy on each line. I think we're on the right side of the recent energy. We had that big push up. Let's measure that candle. That run right there was 13 pips. It was kind of acting like the news. Wow, it's pulling all the way back. Get ready to buy it again. Down here. Okay, one more dip further down and I'll buy it again. Okay, one more little push. Right there. Okay. Oh man, that market would probably frustrate a lot of people. I'll give you that indication it's breaking to the upside and it just whips all the way back. That's an outside range. But at the moment, that's good for this type of trading. So I can do this all day. I think maybe we should adjust this bottom line. Now that we've got more data that's come in, we should probably lower that down to there, those bodies there and these bodies here. And then another pivot down there, those bodies in there. So that's probably a little bit better just to adjust that line. And then maybe we'll also drop this one just a little, like that. Yep, that looks good. Okay, let's get ready to add one more buy on the next line. One more dip lower. Oh, it looks like I maybe just missed it. Yeah, we're just getting that 3-bar reversal trigger right there. So I think we just missed that entry. Okay, we might be getting another opportunity if it drops back down. It pops also back up, we could take a short too. We'll do that. We can take the short. One more push back up. Just prefer a bit more of a higher push back up before taking the short. Just like that. So we'll take it there. It's a good spot. All right, we took profits on that long. And we can take another one if we get up to that target up there. Take another short. If we can take profit on the long, we'll also take the short. Just swap them out. Yeah, it's not wanting to give us a direction, is it? Like, for a lot of people, this is like so frustrating. I know when I'm trying to trade trying to find that breakout trade, that this can just be so annoying. But thankfully, with this way of trading, I don't trade the breakouts. I'll just trade all the volatility in the chop. The chop works out really good for this type of trading. But super frustrating when you're looking for a direction. Yeah, yep, for sure. It's one of those environments that will make you lose. Okay, if we can just take profit on the short, get back into the long position, just swap it out. So I'm just getting ready, finger on the trigger for the buy. Just going to do a quick measure. Yep, okay, I'm going to go long right there. And we took profits on that short. And then we're going to go long again right down here. So that was a good play for the shorts. Okay, just getting ready to buy again. Finger on the trigger. Let's get one right there. Okay, and then getting ready again. It's now starting to go for the break to the downside. But if I was looking for a breakout, I would certainly not be too confident at the moment. A lot of energy coming into the market. You see it in that candle. It's flickering up and down. Okay, so we'll get into another buy. We'll get into a couple buys here. It is definitely trying to make its break. So we'll see. Do you think it can do it? I wouldn't be confident in the breakout to the short side. You know why? Because look how much it's run to get there. It's just run 16 pips just to get to the breakout point. So I'm going to buy it because it's going far. Because I think we're going to see a whipsaw because it's already run so far just to get to the breakout point. So I'm going to call the bluff on that break. And there's one profit already coming back up. Yeah, it might still find its way down, but I'm just going to try that again. There's one. I got to start getting, where's the next? Oh, right on the 700 mark. We'll get into another one. That's at 700 mark is what we're on right there. Let's see if we call the bluff. I think it's not going to be able to do it from there. Okay, got some profits. Gonna get ready to do it again. Okay, buy it there and then buy it there. One of those targets was not 2 pips or 3 pips. I just stretch that back out. Okay, now if we get profits again, I'm gonna have to start taking the losses on those upper positions, unless it just whips right back up, bringing that whipsaw. So let's just see, because I think it's gonna be a whipsaw, but it could stay down there for a while and then find more energy to the downside. Okay, there's some profits. Let's get rid of that one trade up on the top side. Take that one loss. Just in case it finds more strength to head down. We don't want to carry those trades through more if we can help it. Okay, if it pushes back down, we'll go long again. Yeah, we're getting a 3-bar reversal right in here to head back up. Just bounced. Oh, see, those targets were not, they were not in an ideal spot. That's okay. We'll just leave it. If it's going back up, it will hit them. There we go. Hit more profit targets. Now this may still roll back over and head down, but I'm thinking that we're calling that whipsaw pretty good at the moment. Okay, another push down and we'll buy it again. Try one. It's not quite there. We need to pull back a little further. kind of stalling right here. Looks like it is going to try and roll over. It may find some strength to the downside this time. Because this, if it goes from here, now it's got a better place to break out from. It's much better to try and break down from here than it is to try and do it all the way from back up there. Yeah, this is when you lose most. Yeah, these markets can definitely be tricky. Trying to find that breakout direction. Yeah, I'm not convinced one way or the other. I don't know if it's going to find some strength and head down. I feel like I maybe should have gone a little bit heavier on those buys at the bottom. I could have got out of more of the losses, but I didn't really plan to get in heavy enough to do that. It was happening pretty quick. Because now if it rolls over and if it can make its move down from here, then it starts to have a much better reason to follow through to the short side. still kind of hard to tell. It's starting to make its way back down now. Yeah, it's kind of a hard call at the moment. We've got just over 20 minutes to the news. Flash manufacturing. Now it looks like we're creating a pivot low right in here, and it's trying to break back up. So if we can hold above that red line, that actually would be a good signal to head back up. There it is. That up leg is coming back into the market. Oh, there comes the bears right at the last second. Let's see if I can get another buy in there. Oh, right in here. That gets that target underneath. Okay, it just popped up and hit that target. That was kind of a crazy little pop. Let's put another one in. Interesting market we've got right in here. Got like 4 pips, I think that is a movement in there. Yeah, oh, 5 pips of movement on those candles. Back and forth, back and forth. Quite the tug of war. In a pretty interesting just type of consolidation. So now it's establishing a better move down. Now if it wants to break down, it's at a much better spot to do it. So I'm gonna just prepare for a run down now because it does look that way. So now, as this runs down, we'll have to look for opportunities to buy again and then mitigate those losses up above. And we do have a new support point back here, so we could maybe take another couple buys on this line. All right, man, I'm just gonna leave you just for a couple minutes. I gotta go just grab a little banana for a little bit of energy because I'm falling asleep here. So I'll just be right back in 2 minutes. All right, so we went and kind of did a double bottom. So it's not breaking just yet. It's not necessarily a double bottom yet either. If it could cross back over these highs, then I think you could call that a double bottom. But it's going to have to break above that way, and then we might head up. But I don't know. It still could make its way down. It's just not a very decisive market at the moment. Now it's coming down again for a third try. This is a good spot for it to break down. So this time I'm not going to take the buy on these lows. I'm just going to see if it will break down. We got flash manufacturing in about 8 minutes. So I think we should go plan out the gameplay for if and when it breaks down. 15-minute chart. Gonna want to play probably 8 trades on the 50% level, and then I'll get out of probably 2 or 3 of those upper positions, mitigate the loss, and then if it, maybe if it gives a couple opportunities, I can do that a couple times to get out of the longs. And then if it keeps shooting down, we get into 16 trades on the 62 level. And then that'll be just the last ditch effort. We'll just have to stop out if it's going to break down. So we can get into that heavier size because the stop loss is right behind it. So that'll be the game plan for that if it runs down. It's a good little area of consolidation I kind of missed out on because I didn't want to take the buys there because I was just getting ready for it to break down. But it's always better to be on the lighter side than the heavier side, especially right before the news. I'm gonna get into one now. Just one. Oh, just one trade. And if I can get it pop up, I can get rid of one more of those upper trades before the news, maybe. Okay, 2.5 minutes to flash manufacturing PMI. Okay, 2 minutes away. Minute 30. One minute left. $30. We did not quite bump into that take profit. It's kind of annoying. I thought for sure we'd get that, but not quite. Okay, 20 seconds. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, positive on the dollar, 52.4 on that first one, and negative on the second one. Huh. Flash services was 51.1, which is okay. So they're not much of a deviance or not a huge news event, really. Not sure what that's going to do. Will that take this market down or what? We've now got three attempts. Right as we speak, we've got three in here. 1, 2, 3. So if we can break that low, it's a good chance we're going to head down. And we're starting to trigger that little nadir candle, and if it starts to make its move up from here, that could turn into a triple bottom as well. So it's kind of a just real 50-50 game at the moment. I don't know what to think of it. So we'll just play the levels as we planned. Okay, we've got a turn on the 1-minute chart here. That bar closing above the nadir candle. And it's getting negated by this candle at the moment. It's just a tough spot. The market just doesn't know what it wants to do here. Kind of feels like it's still applying that pressure to the downside. So maybe we'll get some follow through now to the downside. And the longer this sits down here, the more pressure it's building. So if and when it breaks down, it's going to be a more strong break. Right as I say that, we're starting to make a turn to the upside. See how this candle closes. And a strong close. above that nadir candle and all these other highs. So it might actually be turning. If we can get above that red line, that might be a turn. Might see some follow through to the upside, but it's still, I don't know, like these highs are still holding it down though too. We could definitely still pop back down. It's just really a finicky spot. Okay, it's trying to break back up. We've got like a little pivot candle here. If we can break that downside, there's a good chance it'll turn back down. Wow, super tight little two candles. That is a super tight few candles. Well, we actually got a close above those candles, so that's an indication of an up move again. Whatever direction we get out of here should be a pretty good move. So I'm not not just taking losses quite just yet because it's starting to look like it's actually going to break to the upside. And if it starts, we should get a pretty good leg. We got these last highs to deal with right here. And starting to turn back down. Huh. And we are just a minute and change from the new hour. And we've got Richmond manufacturing in just under a minute now. So we'll see if that can move the market. There's a good chance that one could move it. Considering that flash manufacturing didn't move it, we'll see if this one can make up its mind. In 30 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. Kind of missed the countdown there a little bit. I'm going to remove that take profit just in case it decides to break to the upside. I might carry one. And then I'm going to secure that trade. Is it secure? I got so many lines. You know what? I got to get rid of these lines. Now's a good time to get rid of all the lines and start over. Let's just reset everything. Okay. Yep, that one's secure. And then what did we get there? Zero. We've got a zero on Richmond Manufacturing Index, which is a green zero. I don't know if that really means anything. It's really just right down the middle. Wow, it just bounced off of that stop loss. That was crazy. Thankfully, it didn't tap it out. Okay, we got another bar closing above the highs. So that's actually a strong candle to the upside. And we're taking profits. We've got another bull candle closing up, creating a little bit more indication of some follow through. Okay, so I'm just going to secure this bottom trade up behind here just to secure some more profits. Now, if this turns over, we'll just lock in those profits. We just got two trades on at the moment, just above. Okay, just took profit on that, touching that stop loss. And we've got a super strong 5-minute bar closing up right now. So we'll just, we'll add into this. If it drops down, we'll add into that again. I'm going to put this line back in here. And get ready to buy the dip again. Okay, almost there. Just a touch lower, another push. One more little push lower. Ah, darn. Just missed that extra buy. But we're heading up towards the target, so that's good. And that actually turned into be a triple bottom. Down here. That's a pretty good confirmation on that. Right in there. Okay. Hit that target, and we've got just one last one to go. Okay, just one last target there. We could just close, but it's just heading there pretty good right now. So at this point, it's a high probability we're going to hit that target now. So just see if we can get that, and then I'll just see where we started at. Started at 96.54, 92. Just missed that target, but I think that 5-minute bar is a very strong up bar again. We should get to that target. That pullback, I'm just going to buy that. And then if we can just hit that target, we can just take the other one off for a break even. And then just call that quits for this session. Okay, Vin, thanks a bunch for coming in. We made a pretty standard amount for our session. So that was pretty good. We started at 96.54. I'm just going to put that Oh, it doesn't matter. We're about 25 bucks, which is a standard amount on our session. So nice to have you. Thanks a bunch for coming in, and maybe I'll catch you later this week, maybe tomorrow. God bless you, and we'll see you next time. I'm going to still just finish this out. All right, let's see if we can just hit that last, just get to that target, and then we'll call that good for the session. Just super close now. Just one last little push. Oh man, just came a little shy of that target. Here, come up for another try. Coming up for another try again. Oh, can't believe that candle didn't hit it again. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try the fifth candle. Okay, just on all these previous highs, we should break it now. There we go. So we'll take that, and we'll take a break even on that one right there. Call that good. All right, so 96.80.34. And then minus 96.54.92 equals, that's $25. And then divide that by 9654.92 times 100. And that is a 0.26% in the account today. Another really good, consistent standard gain for our trading sessions. So that we'll call that good. That was a good trading session. That market ended up just fading back in our favor, which is good. Didn't have to deal with the breakdown out of that. We were building all that pressure to the downside. If it broke down, we were going to have to deal with wobbling and recuperating a bunch of losses, but thankfully we just didn't have to do that. So just ended up working out. So that was a good session. We'll be back here tomorrow to do it again, 8 a.m. Eastern sharp. So we'll see you tomorrow. Everybody have a good day. Thanks for coming in.